Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Is Harry getting cold feet? Uh, we want to talk about Meghan's red dress, and we want to talk about church with the Queen today. If you look at this, look at Harry's face. He's like biting his lower lip, like, oh. And look at Meghan. It didn't come out as well as it could, but she's kind of like, that's just a strange look on her face. So I'll show you, I'll toss that up there. So they also met with the Queen for church service on Sunday before Commonwealth Day. Commonwealth Day is today. I'm wondering if it went very well. I've just heard that maybe Harry and Meghan won't be sitting with the Queen. I'm sorry, they won't be standing up on the balcony. That will be a big deal. You know, they're leaving the royals. They're going to be sitting in the crowd. If that happens, that's a big deal. So we want to take a look at that church service because the Queen is not. The last time I read about the Queen and Meghan, she was looking very upset at Meghan, and so I want to see how that church service went between the Queen and Meghan. Harry does look like he's finally moving away a little bit. You know, he didn't stay with Meghan in that expensive hotel. He went, and it looks like he went, and he did definitely stay somewhere else. I think he met up with another lady, okay, who he's romantically involved with. So let's start out with, is Harry getting cold feet? Is he regretting his decision to leave the royals? Is he having buyer's remorse? Is he saying, oh no, I'm losing everything? Because obviously, Harry, you are losing everything. And that standing ovation at the concert, that was for you. That was the British people telling you that they still love you. You know, they still love you. That was for you. It wasn't for Meghan, because I read on that. That was for Harry. Now, Meghan soaked it up like it was for her, but that was for Harry. So is Harry getting cold feet? Let's take a look. Is he finally getting cold feet? Karmic shift, big change, decisions. Let's see, is Harry getting cold feet? Big change, decisions of two minds because of all the people. Okay, because of the outpouring of love, because of all the people. This direction, going in this direction. We have both of the major transformation cards here. We have decision, player, actor, standing in front of people and presenting. Very emotional and woman. 2233. Yes, 9 hearts. The key is the woman with her emotions. She's definitely manipulating him emotionally. He is definitely having cold feet. He is struggling with this. We have the 9 hearts. Yes, this adds 9 hearts. Yes. Yes, he's very emotional about it, and it involves Meghan. So this can say that, you know, he is tied to Meghan. So they are still together. Others think that they're already split apart. I see him, I don't think this is completely a sham marriage at this point. I think they're still together. But just look at the body language here. What is that grin about? And what is the look on his face? They are just not in sync. And if you look at other photos of them walking, they're just not in sync. A married couple, a couple who is together should be in sync, and just friends should be in sync. You know, their steps, their movements, their facial features, their facial expressions should be synchronized. That's normal. Let's ask, was Meghan trying to upstage Camilla? And she definitely was. Okay, but that's what she does. Okay, and it wasn't like uh, just for Camilla that Meghan was upstaging Camilla by sending out the throwback photos of her um, at her patronage. Meghan does this to everybody. Okay, that's what the reading said. Meghan just does this to everybody. It's all about Meghan. So was Meghan trying to upstage Harry by wearing the red dress, same color, same fabric, at the military concert where Harry was decked out in his military regalia and they got the standing ovation? Because that's a no-no. Wearing red when all the men in their military uniforms are wearing red, that's a no-no. So she knew what she was doing, and she had it specially made with the same fabric and the same color. So was she trying to upstage Harry? Let's look at Harry and Meghan. Interesting. Oh dear. Okay. Was Meghan trying to upstage Harry? Well, here in the outcome, we have Incubus, Succubus, and Scourge. 9, 3 hearts. So conflict and selfishness. In the beautiful appearance, 3 hearts, roses, which roses are red. Violets are blue. So in the red dress was a conflict and it was selfish. What's going on over here with Meghan? The close relationship, committed in the, joined in the close relationship and secretly. 4 and 7, 11, 3 clubs, this action. She was making the most of her connection to Harry. And she was acting, she's not going to expose what her true motivations are. She's not going to say anything about it. So she kept her lips buttoned about what she was actually doing. But it was selfish and it was a conflict. What's over here with Harry? We have the scapegoat, cast out, and illness, step by step, with the mother, 25, 7 hearts. Okay, so Star of Bethlehem. On an ongoing basis, this is just how it is. And he's just left out in the cold because of her. So she did detract from his moment by doing this. Was she trying to upstage him? No, she was playing, this says she was playing the relationship, the marriage, and the connection to Harry, the royal connection, for all she could get out of it. That's what she was doing. It was a conflict. It did take from Harry to give to Meghan. So it took from Harry and it gave to Meghan. So Harry didn't get the full amount that he would have, the full amount of adulation and love and concern that he would have gotten otherwise. Let's look at the Queen and Meghan. They went to church service with the Queen. So the Queen wanted a little bit of FaceTime. Harry and Meghan, come to church with me. We've got Commonwealth tomorrow. I want to see you. I want to talk to you. We're going to have a little tea afterwards and we're going to chat. Or we might just chat in the car. Okay, so how did that go? Because I did a reading on the Queen and Meghan, and the Queen is she's just had it. She's just had enough. That's what the last reading said, and the devil showed up on the Queen's side. She looked very, very angry to me, like she'd really had enough, and now she was just going to pull out. She might be starting to pull out all the stops on Meghan. So let's see. Let's look at the Queen and Meghan. How did it go at the church service yesterday? Queen. Meghan. Okay. Oh dear, look at that. It's all outcome. because it will be a super big deal if Harry and Meghan are not standing on that balcony with the rest of the royals. So I did hear that. I'm not confirming it yet. We'll take a, we'll find out. We're going to find out very soon. So what's over here with Meghan? Cross, permanent relationship, karmic relationships, cornerstone. Two very, very solid cards. 11 and 6, 17, 5 hearts, reacting to circumstances. Meghan was on absolutely her best behavior. She's on her best behavior. Meghan was on her best behavior. Not going to do anything crazy in front of the Queen yesterday. What's going on with the Queen? 3 blackbirds, actions and talking. Mercury, communication. High Tower, official communication. 18, 21, 6 hearts because of the family relationship. So she was just kind of letting them know what's going on, communicating. So she was very formal. It wasn't, Meghan was like playing the karmic relationship. She has the heart. The Queen is not showing any hearts here. Showing kind of heavy clubs, energy, very somber, very official. The High Tower is very official, very regal. You stand at the top of the High Tower, very regal. So she's talking positionally to them. This is what's going on. This is what I'm expecting of you. Probably she's telling them, no shenanigans on Commonwealth Day. This needs to go off without a hitch. And Meghan was very solid. Okay, now Harry's not the danger to pull shenanigans at things like this. It's Meghan. Meghan is, and she knows that what she wears, wearing the red dress, what she wears, that's the statement. It doesn't matter what she says, it matters what she wears. What's hiding underneath? Roadblock and snake. Deep-rooted problems and just problems. Nothing but problems. 17, 5 hearts. So underneath this, it went actually quite well. The Queen was acting as the Queen, and kind of telling them what to do, what she's expecting. What are you going to be wearing, Meghan? What are you going to be wearing? She knows what Harry's going to be wearing. And giving instructions. And Meghan was on her best behavior, but there's very serious underlying problems. So I think the Sunday service went pretty well with Harry and Meghan and the Queen. I think it went pretty well. So some people are saying that Meghan was actually trying to get tossed out of the royals from the beginning so that she could play all these victim cards. Oh, they're mistreating me. You're not treating me the same way as other people. And very obviously Meghan did not Meghan did not wear, like, she always kept her arms uncovered, showing her armpits. She's not allowed to do that as a royal. She never wore stockings. Seems like such a small thing, but really, just wear some stockings, girlfriend. She kept her clothes in Canada. She kept her agent and her lawyer in Hollywood. She maintained social media accounts. She really seemed like she was, and if you blinked, you missed Meghan Markle as a royal. You missed Meghan Markle in the royal family. That's how quickly she came and went. Okay, and March 31st, it's officially over. So some people are saying that Meghan was trying to get tossed out, and this was her plan from the beginning. So let's just ask, was Meghan trying to get tossed out? Was this her plan from the beginning so she could play all of her, victim cards? Because she's constantly playing her victim cards. So was she trying to get tossed out from the beginning? Just so she could go back to Hollywood and be more famous? Well, we have the yes card. All right. Was she trying to get tossed out from the beginning? Taking things as they come, 12 and 9, 21, 6 hearts, karmic relationship. Yes, she wanted to, she took this opportunity to transform. 8 hearts is also a great liar card, great deception card. Yeah. So she took this opportunity. She made the most of this opportunity to become Duchess Meghan, to transform her life through the family, royal family, working everything together in the world, and ending. 12 and 1325. So, did she do it on purpose? Was she trying to get tossed out? Well, we have the yes card. Yes, it was an opportunity to transform her life. Yes, this is an opportunity to transform her life through the royal family. 6 hearts. I would say because the devil card shows up so much with Meghan, the devil doesn't have like a long-term plan. The devil can just be angry, can just rage around, can be subject to addictions, will just hurt you just because they're hurting you. Meghan seems more like that. Okay, and so she's always getting the devil card. So the preponderance of the evidence is, and what the UK public believe, because I asked a similar question, they don't believe that Meghan is malicious. They believe that, the relationships went bad. They went, she ruined all of Harry's relationships. She separated from him, from all his friends. She had a terrible relationship with Kate. She had a terrible relationship with the Queen. All the combination of all those terrible relationships inevitably just kept going on, and they ended up leaving. So opportunistically, it all transformed. So I don't feel like it was a huge plan, like she planned it from the beginning, but she's always taking care of Meghan. Meghan is always taking care of Meghan, and so she left all those things open. So in the back of her mind, she definitely was prepared to go back to Hollywood, and she was never going to go to Africa. She was always going to go to Hollywood, and she was never, they were never going to they were looking at Harry taking an official position like Governor General in Australia or Canada or something, and everybody's like, we don't want him, we don't want them. So she just, in a sense, yes, she did plan this all along, but in another sense, stuff just happened. And I think it's equally yes and stuff just happened. Okay, just the weight of all those bad actions just happened. Let's take a look at what we're seeing here. Is Harry getting cold feet? This is the most interesting part. The key is, Jack. This is kind of interesting, because the Jack is a child. Okay, the woman is a full-grown woman, and Harry has almost been reduced to a child through his emotions. And people are even saying that Meghan is she is really, really controlling. People are actually saying that he's in an abusive relationship with Meghan. Meghan is the abuser, with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. She's the Amber Heard for Harry, who is Johnny Depp. He's showing as a child here. So yeah, he is getting cold feet, but she's really controlling him. He is getting cold feet. There's big change cards. He's fooling around outside, but that's also very childish. That's childish behavior. That's like almost not dealing with it. That's dealing with it by not dealing with it. All right. Did Meghan try to upstage Harry by wearing that red dress when Harry was wearing his red regalia, military regalia? She's just parlaying the relationship for all she can get. And it is selfish, and it's constant. It's constant, and it's selfish, and it did take from Harry. On an ongoing basis, she's taking from Harry in this situation. On an ongoing basis. Okay, whatever Meghan gains is Harry's loss. Whatever Harry gains is both of their gain. But whatever Meghan is gaining in the relationship is a loss for Harry. So she takes directly from Harry. And she did in that situation. How did it go with Meghan and the Queen at the church service? The Queen was very official, okay, because of all of the deep underlying problems. Meghan was on her best behavior. I don't see any snafus at the Sunday church service. But they're saying maybe Harry and Meghan won't sit with the Queen, won't stand in the box. That's not even standing at the back of the box. So I'll be very interested to see what happens. Was Meghan actually trying to get tossed out from the beginning? Well, she was always ready for this, working everything together, end and go back to the city. In a sense, yes, but in another sense, it's half a dozen of this, it's 6 of this and half a dozen of the other. It's yes, we do have the yes card. She's always planning. She's always planning, always taking care of, Meghan. So, yeah, a little bit. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. You can buy me a cup of tea in the description. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.